Hi guys, I'm Daddy Freeze, convener of the Free the Sheeple movement and leader of the Free Nation in Christ. I greet you and I bring glad tidings. How are you doing? I'm a little bit tired, but I did say I was coming back. I had a tough day today. So, um, I was coming in the morning. I was saying this. I was coming in the morning with taste buds and sorry, let me get some tissue and blow my nose. I don't know. There must be some dust around here that I'm reacting to. Aha. Yeah. Hmm. All right. Somebody say, Daddy Freeze, they have seen you finish. Calm eagle. Why do you call yourself calm eagle when you are nothing but a pepeye? You for call yourself calm pepeye. Ó tó ta ẹnu síwájú bí ògòǹgò. Ó ṣọrùn bí ọrùn gúnugún. Ó lóun calm eagle. Eagle kọ́. Vulture ni. Who dash you eagle? They don't see you finish. If they don't see me finish, you where they wake up for 3 a.m. to watch me. Me, they come here 3 a.m. When I talk finish, they go buy my money gone. The other day, $500, nine they buy for only YouTube. We no talk TikTok, oh. We no talk Facebook, oh. Only YouTube. One person, and that's not all, oh. $500. You they tell me say they see me finish. Is your annual salary up to $500? Not monthly, oh. Annual salary. From January to December, wọ́n máa pe salary ẹ̀jọ̀ ṣó pé $500 ìwọ ò lo ìṣe olórí burúkú kó tó ganúlẹ̀ bí ẹyẹlé tó ń yé. You come dey talk nonsense. Please, please, please. If you don't have what is good to say, just shut up your mouth and wear gloves on your leprosy hand so you don't infest the comment section with the kind sickness within your body. And please, calm ego. Spray sanitizer on your hand before you type on my live. Your hand is full of sickness. Use it and be typing and this thing will be showing on my. Make people not go to fall sick. Weary people. How are you, Jareto Siolu, my darling? The rest of you that have decided that you have sense. May God continue to bless you. And those of you that have decided that this is the day you want to use and do Oriburuku, it is your portion. Whatever you choose for yourself. Chichi Obama, how are you, my sister? So let us talk about the trending topic of iPhone 8. A father rebuking his child for asking for an iPhone 8. Don't get me wrong. It is annoying when children who are not doing well academically make demands. It is annoying. But you see, I quarrel with my children more when I cannot see them putting themselves up to good use. I know I am living testimony that you don't need a university degree to make it in life. Me that you are seeing, I'm living testimony that you don't need it. But you see, if you don't want a university degree, you are going to work. Oh, you are going to work. I can I can teach myself literally any from when I was 10 years old and I taught myself how to drive. When I talk this thing, people know they believe I could drive from when I was 10. At least drive inside the compound. By the time I was like 12, at least I did drive for area. Ah, they beat me for moto. Oh, they beat me. Oh. By the time I was, I think 14, my pastor to catch me with car. I go carry car come out. My papa go catch me. He go beat. You understand? So when I taught myself how to drive, there are many things I taught. I never went to any broadcasting school. Oh. I just learned on the job. I never went to any theological school. I just learned on the job. Studied online, did a few courses here and there online, sat down with rabbis here and there. I know somebody who speaks Greek. So I had the Greek Bible. I said, please interpret this to me. And the person will interpret it in his understanding of Greek. Then I met a couple of Greek scholars and I was able to sit down with them and say, okay, what does this mean? What does this mean? What does this mean? And that's why I begin to teach Bible. Somebody said, Daddy Freeze, do you have the Holy Spirit? The Holy Spirit comes with knowledge. Matthew chapter 13, verse 12. The more you listen to my teachings, the more you have understanding until you have an abundance of knowledge. Now Christ himself talking. Even though Pentecostals don't interpret that thing to mean money. So, even how to fly an aeroplane. Self-taught. Never went to any aviation school. Of course, right now I'm rusty because I've been doing so many other things. But at the prime of my simulator life, you carry me and put me inside Boeing 737. Even at whether in a classic or whether in a new generation, I will not be lost in the cockpit. And let me tell you how I learned. Got a simulator, started playing around with the plane, sat down with my friend, Dangote's son-in-law, Jamil, Jamboy. He sat down with me one day and I showed him. I said, okay, if I use this, how do I do it? He sat down with me and gave me a crash course. I started flying it by myself with the little knowledge I got from Jamil. Then I started calling all my friends up one by one. Okay, if I'm flying like this and I do like this, what do I do? Do it like this. I will take it down. I was flying the other day, the plane did like this. What do you do? Then they will send me a technical bulletin. They will send me this, they will send me this. Before you knew it, I started understanding by myself. When I now got to a certain level, when and then I started getting more advanced in the sim. Initially, I would just get into the plane. I didn't know how to start plane. I just knew how to move it, take off. Do you understand? I don't know how to navigate. It was Jamil that taught me how to navigate. Then I learned a lot from Jiga too. Then I knew how to land. Then I now had to start learning how to start the aeroplane, how to troubleshoot a plane. I now started doing more and more advanced stuff. You are flying and then one engine fails. What do you do? You understand? Then there are some, they'll give you a plane in the middle of nowhere where you fly it home. First of all, you have to check your fuel level. You have to start looking for the nearest place you can land to refuel because they give you a task. You're in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. They say fly to Nigeria. So where you are going to first start looking for the nearest legs, find the nearest airport. If you have enough fuel, sometimes you'll give you enough fuel, you calculate the fuel to Nigeria. You calculate your load on the plane, they'll give you the load, everything, calculate it. Okay, that means I can reach Nigeria, no problem. I start flying towards Nigeria. Some, you don't have enough fuel. So you're going to look for the nearest country, at least you can fly to the coastline, look for the nearest country there, land, buy fuel, take off again and start going to Nigeria. Then the one that you think you are okay, you are going, you just hear pa, 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 something don't happen for the aeroplane. So what am I trying to say is, I'm self-taught in many things. I know more things from teaching myself than the things I learned from other people. By self-taught, I don't mean I don't ask other people. I mean formal education. For me, formal education has been very minimum. Oh yes, I did learn a lot in school. Especially for me, the most important part of your education are your primary and your secondary school. As far as I'm concerned, more important than university. I know a lot of people might argue this with me, but some of us are creatives. And when you are a creative, you have the tendency to not need formal education like those who are cut out for formal education. I don't know how to say it in such a way that will not offend anyone. Now, the young lady is asking her father for an iPhone 8. And these are the father's words. And forgive me, I have a problem with the way the father handled it. Of course, we all, as parents, we all, let me wear my headphones because it's somebody else's audio. I don't want to. As a content creator myself, I know the danger. I don't need to wear two. I know the danger of using another person's copywritten audio. I might put the wrong one in the wrong ear. Okay. So let me play it and then talk about it. Listen to what the father said. Uh-huh. The mother is saying, why don't you think? Why are you not thinking? She's already corrupt. The father is saying that. She knows what she does on phone. So if they give you handout money or any money, the only thing you want to achieve, if I don't buy it for you, father said, my future is not sure, secure in your hands. Let me hear that part. There is nothing in this life that pointed to the fact that my future is secure in your hands. I have not seen a sign that my future is secure in your hands. I don't know the way to deal with you. So you see, I know as parents we all can get very hard on our kids from time to time. Sometimes, let me tell you what my neighbor did once. My neighbor's kids are used to, our estate now, light will go for 1 minute. And that's how it is across Nigeria. There's nowhere where light does not go for 1 minute. Even in the highest hotel in this Nigeria, light go still go for that 1 minute. You go all wait small, then they go switch over. The only thing is you don't want to be in the lift when the light goes, because that can be a bit scary. Someone said the father did nothing wrong. We are Africans, not Oyinbo. Coming from, let me break that down. The father did a lot wrong. The father did a lot wrong. We cannot say we are Africans, not Oyinbo. How successful are we as Africans? This our Africanness points to where it is successful. Show me. Are we richer than the Oyimbos? Are we healthier than the Oyimbos? Do we live longer than the Oyimbos? Are we able to pass down generational wealth better than the Oyimbos? So you see, when you come out and say we're Africans, this is how we do in Africa. That thing, how you have been doing it in Africa, can you please show me the results? Show me the result. You cannot tell me that we're Africans, this is how we do things, when you have no result to show. So please don't come and give me that we're Africans, we're Africans. You're Africans and you're begging the same Oyimbos for food. You're Africans and you are running to the Oyinbo people's country. It's like you don't think. It's like your brain just wrote you letter. Please, can I go on leave? And you just approved and say, yes, dear brain, go on leave for 1 year. You're Africans, and you want to jackpot to Oyinbo people's land. As it makes no sense to me. It makes no sense to me. You are telling me the man did nothing wrong. We are Africans. Okay. How many Oyinbo people are jackpotting to Nigeria? You are Africans, you're Africans, you're Africans. Your Africanness could not fix your Africa. You are running away. Your thinking has headache. Use Panadol, not because your head is aching, because your thinking is paining you. Somebody say governor even use jackpot as election promise. Imagine. And now our mouth go very sharp. We are Africans. Please, 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 please. What is iPhone 8? Baby Freeze has iPhone 8. My baby has all my kids have iPhones. All my kids have iPhones. My daughter turned 21. My gift for her was brand new iPhone 14, 1 million naira. That was my birthday gift for her, 21. At least her dad knows her, ask her. Because you see, we are in a technology-based world. Your children cannot be backward. I'm not saying don't emphasize. Someone said I use iPhone 5. It's all the better for you. Me, I have iPhone 11. I have iPhone 10. That's iPhone X. This is it here. This is iPhone X. This is iPhone 10. I have iPhone 11. Is what I'm using for my TikTok. This is 11 Pro. I have iPhone 11. That's the one I'm using for Instagram. I have, okay, the only iPhone I don't have is iPhone 12. But Tastebuds has iPhone 12 Pro Max. I have iPhone 13. I have iPhone 14. And I have iPhone 15. And I have Galaxy S5, the new Galaxy Fold. So, I don't understand how a phone is a luxury. A phone is a necessity. A good phone. You see, I tell people, hang around people that think. Someone said, why so many phones? Because each, as you're on Instagram, is one phone. As you're on YouTube, is one phone. As you're on TikTok, is one phone. As you're on Facebook, is one phone. That's the only way I can get to read your comments. I could have lumped all of you together. I could have lumped everybody together, but then I'll not be seeing some comments. I said, no, you know what? Let me handle each social media platform as one. Someone says reality differs. That's what I said. You see, there's no amount of reality. There's no amount of reality that. Let's talk about. Knight John Hawkwood says that if it's iPhone 14 is not technology. Whatever we can use iPhone 14 for, you can use iPhone 8 for. Investing in technology is computer speed and hardware size and RAM size. But Banlairo, see, I have MacBook here. Let me show you. Let me show you. I open it once in a while. See, maybe once in 2 months that I need it. There is nothing I'm doing, and I'm talking about high level social media. As I'm talking to you, in 1 month, I got 500,000 WhatsApp subscribers. In 1 month, everything was done on the phone. If there is nothing I need to do today that I cannot do on the phone, I'm thinking about, okay, I use my laptop maybe when I buy a new phone and I want to transfer some things. iPhone 8 to iPhone 15 is a joke. If you are telling me iPhone 14 to iPhone 15, I might understand. iPhone 8. Now, let me also tell you, you cannot even get iPhone 8 brand new. So you go and buy a refurbished phone that's going to give you issues. My 24 taste buds, everything she does is on her iPhone, apart from the physical cooking. All the client interface, all the supplier, everything is done on phone. Everything. So if you are misunderstanding the power of a phone in 2023, I have an issue with that. iPhone 8 cannot get iOS 17. No. Now, let me also tell you something here. I was with my neighbor a few minutes ago, and sometimes I understand that our children can get entitled. My neighbor said one day just go off a meter, call on candle. The children come, they look and say, waiting they happen. Instead, they look them. So after a while, daddy, we are hot. Say, no. You are going to live like this for 24 hours. Make you see waiting I go through, take grow old. Because when I go your room on AC, when I go not believe in a normal thing. I want you to see what it was like. When I was growing up, there was a time we did not have light for 6 months. 6 months of the year, there was no light. Not that the light flickered like this. Our transformer born for Arimo that year, transformer born at 2 years waka you day. Now, people now started drawing current from the next transformer. Normal hood mentality. So Odiaje transformer still dey okay. So the people, like for instance now, the house that is next to Odiaje can buy wire, draw light from Odiaje to a house. The next person to that house draw light. Now so they begin draw the light. They draw and come from Odiaje. If you know Odiaje far to Arimo, they draw and come reach my house. Now we go meet our papa, say, Daddy, they don't draw this light come. At least make we self get light. My papa say light cannot do anything illegal. Okay, but no buy generator. My papa say not get money. Now so we sit down, they look the light to 6 months we not get light. 6 months. Then the people will draw the light. After a while, they come begin, they draw and go light come turn to candle. As in you go just day your house. As in hood can be depressing sometimes. You just day your house. You go just see dull light. Like candle light. I don't even know how they take use and see. They don't use and watch television. But they shall get light for their mind. Until finally they came to fix our transformer. Then we now start having light again. I bought an Iowa stereo. Brand new. I could not test it for 6 months. So, what am I saying here? Sometimes it's good to give your children reality check. There's a place I buy my suya from. One day, one of my kids now decided saying don't chop belly food in one go order suya. From where they order suya, you won't spend 10K on suya, or my change am for am. Tell her, say, you have not reached that level. You have not reached that level where you can go and buy. I'm not saying you walk down the street, you want to go and order ram suya because you feel like eating it. Like, they don't believe I'm the way I change am for them. I say no. There are some things you do on your money, not on my money. There are some things you do on your money, not on mine. But you see, phone is not a luxury. And if a child asks for iPhone 8, in 2023. That's the cheapest iPhone right now. I don't even think there's iPhone 7 again. Someone say, Baba, you know bad. No, I don't raise them like that. Oh. No. Phone is a necessity. Suya is not. Phone is a necessity. You want to eat suya. That is, they sell one stick for 2.5. And I mean they give you pocket money. No, you not go fit chop out. Unless I buy and you chop out on my own. But say you gather the money, you don't know what to do with my how much it was wild that day. I went off on them. I'm like, you don't do that. I don't want you to think that my money is your money. Don't ever get that mistaken. My money is my money and your mother's money. And I'm going to provide your needs. But I'm not going to provide your greeds. And even when you make money and have money, I'm going to be able to caution you. I'm going to be able to caution you. So you're an afaji. Do you understand? It's like going to buy a bottle of Moe. Say now your birthday, you can't count 70,000. Say you want to go buy Moe. I could change them for you. Now me if you buy Moe. And even me, I don't go just buy Moe anyhow. Nobody say I could buy and go in my fridge. Anytime I want drink wine, rosé in my fridge. No. Nobody say suya no be food. Now food. Suya na flexing, not food. And you see, suya of 200 naira a stick, I will never fight with you. But you go and buy suya of 1.5 a stick. Then it's not like you're even coming through the place. So you now stop and buy the suya. You order it. They now bring it to the house. You now pay Okada to be delivery. Oti the big babe. No, that doesn't work. Of course, I give my kids treats. They want nice hair. They want finger. I don't want them to be among their friends and look haggard. My kids, my youngest daughter come at me, I want to do my nails. I say, how much is the nails? Say 25K. I look around. Has she earned it? I look at her. She has done very well. She's doing well in her academics. She's behaving well. You understand? Go ahead. I don't have a yardstick or an age restriction for children. If you are 18 and you behave well, you get more privileges than the one that is 19 that is not behaving well. If you are 16 and you are behaving exceptionally well, you have the same privileges as a 19-year-old. I have a 15-year-old who would call me and say, I went to watch a movie, but the movie is starting late. And that means I'm going to come late. And my fight with her is not why I'm coming late. My fight is I gave you money to go and watch a movie. You did not leave the house on time. Why did you not leave the house on time? Said, I'm sorry, I was cleaning. You want to go and watch a movie, leave the cleaning, assign it to somebody else, and then go and watch your movie and hang out with your friends like we agreed. Sometimes my kids will call me, Daddy, I'm coming home. I'm still at 5:30. What are you coming home to do at 5:30? Are they driving you from the place that you are? And okay, stay one more hour. Really? Because they know that when you go out, you're supposed to come at a certain time. When I now see that certain time, I can see you are having fun, and then you are calling me, Daddy, please call me an Uber. I want to come home. I'm like, do you really want to come home, or you know what? Just stay a little bit more. Just make sure you leave before it is dark. Hey, you now see the excitement in their voices. Hey, okay, Daddy. When you have children that are delivering on their deliverables, there's always the tendency that you will give them a little. But when you see children that are fumbling, you will always be extra hard on children that are fumbling and always extra light on children that are deliverable, that are delivering. But you see, when it comes to technology, when it comes to phones, when it comes to internet, The only thing, one of my neighbors in daughter got on TikTok before she was 18, and the wife smashed the phone. I come ask, I say, I wanted, because I wanted to ask, I say, can I talk to you? Can I have your daughter's phone so I can give to my daughter? I say, they don't smash your phone. I reach out that day, I gather my child, I say, share with see. Can you see? Very good. If any of, I'm not saying you people should not go on, I don't restrict you people. Any day I see people doing nonsense, I will remove your phone. I will put my password and my face on it. Anytime you want to open your own phone, you have to come and do my face like this. I've done it before. Where I change picking password. You think say you won't get sense past me. Now me, so the only thing I now put the person's face and fingerprint, I think. But the password now me hold am. And it was like that for like a year until the beginning understand the message, then everything now normalize. I know we're in a technology world. I'm not going to put a restriction on children to go on TikTok. Just don't let me catch you fumbling. If you fumble, you are talking of TikTok. You are talking of TikTok. You will not have phone again. So I noticed that when you deal with children, communication, boundaries, targets, deliverables, you always get better results than when you tell them no, 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 no. I have kids that all children just expect that your child, if they are below 20, they will fumble. But the degree to the fumbling varies. Just know that any child below 20, they are not, even me, they fumble at my old age. Can't be 17-year-old, 18-year-old picking. They must fumble. But just make sure that the fumbling is within a certain boundary. Encourage your children to talk to you. They don't have to be your friends. You don't have to be friends. But you have to have a communication. You have to be able to ask them. I always encourage my children, who are your friends? Bring your friends home. Sometimes I misread children. We are all guilty. As parents, sometimes we can be a bit too paranoid. We can misread children. And sometimes I've misread my kids. Let me tell you something, yeah. There's one of my kids, I'm not going to mention which one, went through the most tasking period. We had a family member that was very sick and was staying with us. Extremely sick. I'm talking about the highest possible level of sickness that you can think. And because it was COVID period or just post-COVID, I had to be the one to drive them to the hospital every day for 3 months, every weekday. So I wake up in the morning, get inside my car, and start driving to the hospital on the mainland. Because the only one hospital that offered the service that we're looking for was on the mainland. Now, one of my kids, because back then, because it was just post-COVID, we didn't have any house girl. So everybody, one of the kids was in secondary school final year. We had to send that one off to boarding school. But you know what? You just go to boarding school and go and face your book. Let's deal with this madness ourselves. You will not imagine, as in we're living in the house like crazy. Everywhere was dirty, everywhere was upside down because the work overload was too much on all of us. And I was going with taste buds to the hospital every day. Sometimes we leave the house by 8:30. We are coming back by 7. It's already dark. It was a tough period. And one of the kids was the one coordinating, going to school, coming back from school, coordinating the house. Do you know that child still did very well academically? So I had the tendency to be a bit more lenient with that particular child than with the other ones, because we faced this hardship together. Thank God the person that was sick survived. COVID was over. And they were going to school. They were doing online learning. They had to go back to school. And that child excelled, continued excelling. So when that child asks me for something, you don't know which one it was. I'm not going to mention the person's name. And it was not Amarachi, because I know you are thinking it's Amarachi. It was not Amarachi. I tend to be more lenient with that particular child because of the level of maturity in time of stress. The level, somebody says Amarachi, it's not Amarachi, say. In time of stress, waking up in the morning, catching your boss, sorting out the house, and then still doing well. I said, this child is ready for the future. Because the future has no pampering. If you are abroad, you think your parents will come and be getting house girl for you. That's the normal word. That's the normal work abroad. You get up, you sort yourself out, you go to class, from class, you go and work, from work. The child did it. And I was like, and in as much as a lot of people have seen it as stress and difficulty, I saw it. Someone said it's Ada. Yes, it's Ada. I saw it as, because even for us, it was a stressful period. You don't know, you don't want to take care. Just pray that none of your family members that are close to you fall ill. You don't want to know. You don't want to know the financial drain, the emotional drain, the fact that this person you are carrying to the hospital might not survive. Somebody said it's normal abroad. It's normal abroad. And I always tell my wife something. I said, let's not shield the children from reality. Let us not shield the children from reality. If you're watching on TikTok, double click the screen. Pop my money guns. Follow my number one gifter if you're watching on TikTok. Even if I'm not saying it, you know I'm deep inside what I'm saying. As in, you wake up in the morning and you have to drive to, and then you have to monitor the person. You have to, as you are running tests, you are taking the medication, they are seeing the doctors, and it's every day, until they finish the course of that treatment over a 3-month period. When we finally finished, I can't don't they used to the stress. But let me tell you, stress no good though. You will come used to them. For the first 1 week that I did not have to drive to hospital in the morning, it now felt abnormal. I did house. And that time I was still in Nigeria Info. So I go to drive, I go to do meeting, because I didn't go to the office. My work in Nigeria Info was online. So I'll be driving, attending meeting. Sometimes I will drive, drop the family member in the hospital, run back to my car. I had one meeting with this person, one meeting. I'll quickly do my meetings, go back into the hospital, make sure they take care of the person. They don't go and give the person wrong injection. So I'll say, why wasn't the person hospitalized? Because the particular treatment they needed could only be gotten in Luth. Only in Luth. And then the amount of money that would require for you to have them hospitalized in a private hospital and be using ambulance to shuttle was in the millions. I'm like, nah. And I also needed to monitor, because me, I believe, say my eye touch ground. My eye touch ground, I go dey see everything. And luckily for me, there were so many times my input, even with the doctors say, oh wow, that's a very good idea. So somebody said that loot, omo, you get things where they look for this Nigeria, that only loot today. Forget anything anybody they tell you. And they were fantastic. The doctors were fantastic. The treatment was fantastic. The person is 100% doing well today. I'm not going to go into it, but it was shy, period. So don't isolate your children from reality. Don't try to create a false reality for your children. Always pamper them, always cover them. The world is not going to do it for them. And when they get into the world and they meet, what you should just make sure you do for them is just make sure you love them as they are going through the crisis and the stress in life. Just make sure you are there, you love them, you check up on them. Doesn't mean you not rake for them, you rake for them, you still love them, you provide for them, you make sure you give them things, you encourage them to do things, you have conversations with them. They might not agree, but this is a work in progress. But don't isolate them from reality. I was talking to one of my friends, say, he will send his children here, he will do this. When his children go abroad, he will do this, he will do that. I don't want my children to have basic. You understand me? I don't want my children to have a student loan basic. But I also want them to realize that if they really want that education, they can also get a scholarship. Their mates are getting scholarships. I'm very big on. My motto in this life is Yabatech brain, no need to go Harvard. If na Yabatech brain you get, go Yabatech. I will not use money and push a Yabatech brain student to go to Harvard. I will not do it. That I will not do. I will not carry $100,000 and force you to go and get an education that you are going to be mediocre at. Alone, I will never in my life do it. But I see that if you are Harvard material, I will help you get to that Harvard. As you are seeing me like this, if my papa bring money when I dey young, say one send me go Harvard, now me go tell her, say, daddy, not waste your money. Nothing will come out of it. A lot of people love, especially women. Women can become delusional when it comes to their children. And in their bid to show their children love, they create a barricade between the children and reality. So the children cannot understand reality. Whatever they want, they just, their mother, I know the kind of wife I have. If the child needs $1 million, she will give the child $1 million. Now me go call the caution and say, calm down. No. This child can actually earn this money. I was talking to one of my prodigies abroad, and the person was telling me that, Daddy Freeze, do you know I made £1,900 last month from TikTok? I gathered my children around. I said, can you see what your mate is doing? She has phone. You all have the latest and the nicest phones. Why can you not do what she's doing? You know no book rich to get scholarship. If you earn $1,900 £1,900 a month, you will pay your school fees. If you don't pay it, you will pay half of it. If you don't pay half of it, you pay your accommodation. Say you will bring you £1,900 a month. If I pay your school fees, I don't have to worry about you again. I shall not say my next worry about you now next year. You will pay your accommodation, you will pay your feeding, and you still have savings. There are people who work in that UK, do normal job. They don't have £1,500 every £1,900 every month as salary. Hello. If you're watching on TikTok, double click the screen. Pop my money guns. Follow my #1 gifters if you're watching on TikTok. So this is really, really important. There are grown-up people who don't make 1,000. And they're grown-ups and they have families and their children will still go to school and they still wear uniform. They don't earn 1,000. Do you know what 1,800 pounds is? 1,900 pounds. And I gathered my children. I said, can you see? Let me tell you. Do you know how sweet my money is? Do you know how sweet my money is? I can wake up tomorrow and decide that it is Ferrari I want to buy with my money. Nothing concern my papa, nothing concern my mama. If they call me, say, we heard you bought a Ferrari, are you not wasting your time and your money? I could just cut the call, bam. When they not see me talk to for like 3 weeks, only them go rearrange the way that they think. As long as I no collect your money, go buy my Ferrari. As long as I no collect your money, go buy my diamonds. Nothing concern you with what I do with my money. It's my money, I've worked for it, I've earned it. And I always encourage my children. Oh, I show them when iPhone 15 came out, I was one of the first people to get it in. Why people were queuing abroad? Me, I don't get my own. I showed my children, I said, can you see what iPhone 15 looks like? Of course, there's really nothing to the phone. It's like iPhone 14 with button. That's the only thing. And it is. My children were even laughing at me that, do I know that it's lighter and less powerful than the 14? I said, but you like it, Abby, you want to have new iPhones? Go and learn how to work. Coming back to one more thing I wanted to talk about. So when the father was telling the child, my future is not secure with you. That's another thing I teach my children. My future, the security of my future is my responsibility, not my children's responsibility. Let's not get it twisted. Somebody said, is Ferrari your dream car? I'm just using Ferrari as an example. It can be Lamborghini or anything else, or it can be Reggie baby. Thank you so much. God bless you. You sent me 1,000 stars on Facebook. Tochi Johnson says, you no get work. Let me pin your account. So that by the time I'm done with you, you will know I no get work. iPhone 15. I no get work. Wait. 2022 Benz, brand new, AMG. I no get work. VVS Diamonds. I no get work. God no go let me get the kind of work where you define. Alone ni jemba yín. That work Tochi Johnson olórí burúkú on Instagram láàárọ̀ kùtùkùtù, you have decided that o máa ṣorí burúkú láàárọ̀ Tuesday, o dẹ̀ máa ṣe ni, o dẹ̀ máa ṣe tẹ́ ni, ìwọ tó yẹ kára ṣánpá, o wá sórí live mi o ní I no get work. This one wey I dey do na wetin I play. Show me your 2022 Mercedes that you brought brand new. Show me your iPhone 15 that you bought when Oyinbo people were queuing. Show me your diamonds. Let's have this conversation. Olóhùn Tochi kọ́, Bochi ni, Bosi ló yẹ kán sọ ẹ́, Bosi Johnson. He say 001. What made you 001? You and Davido want to compete with that. You and your papa they do shovel for where they park. We don't think cook Benny Baba think be shovel. Only one no 001. You want Davido Adeleke ti wá di kankan náà sin báyà rí. Ìwọ tó yẹ kán flush ní toilet, ó yẹ kán rún ẹ bí tissue kan ju ẹ̀sìn ní toilet kan flush ẹ ni. Ìwọ tó ní destiny. Aláìní kan ṣe. I no get work. Your papa get work. That thing where you call work, God no go let that one where you they think say na work. Na so you and your descendants, na so na go dey run pa, go dey do am. Me, I don't come out for inside with am. And you are right, I no get work. Ìlérí ibú, ẹlẹ́sẹ̀ ayan, ọlọ́pọlọ ọ̀dín. Ó lànà bí ẹnu tàn wíńjí. Ó wá sórí live mi, ó sọ̀sọ̀kúsọ pẹ̀lú ọwọ́ adẹ́tẹ̀. If I ever see you on my life again, wo, máa fún ẹ ní èpè wá wọnú gbó lọ wọn ní rí ẹ mọ́. One white. You can just decide to be stupid on his Tuesday morning. And if I not respond to you, you go be. They say the Bible says it. Answer a fool in his folly, so he will not think himself justified. Let me read it for you from the book of Proverbs. Proverbs chapter 26, verse 5. Be sure to answer the foolish argument of fools, or they will become wise in their own estimation. Be sure to answer them. I must answer you. No, you did not provoke me. I know vex. So I just need to. You see, in no get understanding. So now, you see, let me tell you, sometimes when we're growing up, Niger way, you go just fumble. Your mama could just give you a farm. I can't find farm. It would not be like alignment. Like say you go filling station, they do alignment for you. You could just adjust. Oh, come my year ni. I need understanding. I can't adjust me. Sometimes you need to just wake them up. You know that bara way that they give person for back. They just open hand like this, give you for your back. Walk on, adjust me. Wawa, okay. We just coordinate. Now I give am now. You know, say as a quiet, touch you where you did, you don't run. If I don't talk to Ram like that, he no go get sense. Abara reset. Don't put near abara. He tower for your back. You go just coordinate. Go be like say they go your settings. Come type factory reset. Come put your password. Come type enter. You reset. That's how it be. Let me continue what I was saying. So Baba was telling his child, my future is not secure with you. Me, I tell my children, my future, the security of my future is not my children's responsibility. It is my responsibility. The security of my children's future is their responsibility. You are responsible for your own future, not mine. You are not responsible for my future. My future does not need to be secure with you. Your future needs to be secure with you. My future needs to be secure with me. So that idea of investing in children so you can come and reap in the future, I find that idea, I'm sorry, God forgive me, very nasty. I might not be rich, I might not be a billionaire, but I want to be, and I train my mind. Train your mind. Look at somebody beside you and tell them, train your mind. I'm training my mind to accept that even in my old age, I can still. Do you think this work I'm doing, I cannot do it when I'm 80? I just need good health. What is there? Maybe it's for me to sit down. If I'm 80, no, I will doze off. First lady bestie will call my phone, will ring and wake me. Hey, sorry guys, let's continue what we are talking. I do like this again. I have to be able to do the kind of work where I don't need to retire from. There's nothing I'm doing now. Shebi is talking to you. My grandmother at 70 something used to talk to us when we're growing up. The only difference between me talking to you and my grandmother talking to us is the number of people we are talking to and how I have to figure out the social media and all that. And as long as I keep my brain sharp, I should be able to do it. Working in an office as a nurse, you need to retire after a while. As a doctor, you need to retire as a while. Someone said, but not all of us can do it. There's so many things you all can do. There's so many things you all were cut off. Some people did TikTok. Before TikTok came out, they did not know how they were going to make their millions. There's an opportunity going to be born tomorrow. It might have nothing to do with social media, but everything to do with an ability you have that you can tap into and secure your future. Stop investing in the things that your parents invested in. The world is evolving. The world is evolving. I was telling a friend of mine, I live in a terrace house in an estate. I told you the story of a friend of mine who wanted to buy flats. And his mother advised him, said, no, don't buy flats. Instead, build duplexes in the east so that we can have a house instead of coming to buy flats that has only one car park. Today, with the same amount of money that he would have used to buy 2 flats, he used it to build 2 duplexes. Now in my estate, 1 flat is going for 3.5 million per annum. He wanted to buy 2. That would have been 7 million. His duplex that he built, each one is going for 500,000. The 2, 1 million. The other one, the 2, 7 million. His mother's advice sounded like it was making sense. Because what they were thinking of was a big compound where you can park car. In 2023, no go look for big compound where you fit park car. Now waste of land. Go and look for townhouses. That's what they are in a good area, in a safe area. I remember another person I was telling. The person said, God forbid that I live in a terrace. May I have just 2 car park. Then my other cars, I park them along the fence. One of my friends said, Lai, say his car has to have, his house has to have this, has to have that, has to have this. He can't go buy a house for Ikorodu, land for Ikorodu. Can't build dream home. He dey stay boys quarter for Lekki now. When they rob and 3 times, I go slow on his way to his home for Ikorodu. Nobody tell him before he, so he live in family there, rent boys quarters for Lekki. Every weekend on Friday, he go house. Sunday night, he go come back in BQ, begin the work. So the only day he goes home is Friday evening. Friday evening, instead of coming to his BQ, he just goes to his big house. I say, now life with that. Why couldn't you and your family just live? Instead of using that money to go and build that big house, you have built something smaller on the island, and you'll be seeing your family every day. You don't have to travel to go and see them once a week. So decisions are going to be different. The world my parents lived in is totally different from the world I'm living in, and it's going to be totally different from the one my children are going to live into. I can only guide them. I can't instruct them. I can only guide my children. I cannot instruct them. The error my parents made was they tried to instruct me, and they did not know what the future held. When I sit with my kids, first question is, what do you want? Tell me exactly what you want. If my child tells me that, I want to do a big work, meaning I want to be carrying POOP, as long as you show me a plan of how you are going to do it and you're going to be able to take care of yourself, and you are diligent at it, that's where me and my children have problem. You want to do this, but then you want to be resting. No. Any career you pick, whether not blogging, see as person say, make I go rest. There's no rest in any career. Saturday and Sunday. Saturday, I think I didn't come live on Saturday. For the first time, I didn't come live on a Saturday. I felt like, oh my goodness. Sunday, I just did my preaching. You would feel say you are not doing enough. You go dey feel like say you are not doing enough until you get to that place in your career. You still haven't gotten it right. Finally, it's already an hour. I've been up here for an hour. Let me go. Don't limit your children's, don't use poverty mentality to limit your children. Don't use poverty. I went to spend a week in Movenpick Hotel in their suites. If you see those suites, 550K a night. Calculate the mathematics. $550K a night. A family member once told me that, is this not a waste of money? I said, no. I'm sitting down there having dinner with billionaires. We're striking up conversation. I told you, if you listen to my Sunday preaching, I just finished having a 30-minute session with one of the richest oil, what do they call these people that do PMS? One of the richest. They own tank farms across Nigeria. As in, you sit down, you have conversations, enlightening conversations. I saw the world from a different perspective. The subsidy from when you are talking to subsidy from the people that are in the middle of the subsidy is different from when you are listening to it on the radio or the television, or you are assuming it with your fellow people that have not seen anything. Oil magnate conversations. Open your eyes to possibilities. I never use poverty mind to raise my children. Let me tell you, there are two things. There's poverty and poverty mentality. I try to explain it to you. What is poverty? I cannot afford to buy myself iPhone 15. I'm not saying if you cannot buy iPhone 15, is poverty. Let's just use iPhone 15 as a yardstick. I cannot afford to buy myself iPhone 15. That's poverty. What is poverty mentality? I now have money, but because as a poor man, I thought iPhone 15 was a waste of money. Now I can afford it. I'm not buying it because I think it is a waste of money, because that was how I was thinking when I was poor. That's poverty mentality. Poverty is your inability to afford something. Poverty mentality is you can afford it, but your mindset has been tuned to think it is not good, it is wasteful. That is poverty mentality. Poverty mentality is a byproduct of poverty, but is worse than poverty. Someone said, what of savings? Oh, I'm very big at savings, so I love savings. Savings gives me rest of mind. Save. Some people tell you don't save. Let me tell you, things I don't agree with motivational speakers. They tell you don't save, invest. One day, how many investments they work? I saw a video. They will tell you, come and buy a house, come and buy a house. Now, so one person go using house rent for Yankee. One person enter the house. Come they sue him for $100,000 to come out the house. I forwarded it. Don't listen to motivational speakers that tell you your money is best invested than saved. Save your money. At least there should be a portion of your wealth that is in savings. 2, don't quit your job until you know. I did not leave my job until last year. I did not leave my job until last year. It's not that I could not stand on my own 5 years before. I wanted to be sure Many of you have stepped away from your daily work to invest. You'll be amazed that 2 or 3% are successful. Don't resign your job until you know exactly what you are doing. Motivational speakers will mess with your brain. Let me tell you, they make money. It's like somebody listening to Daddy Freeze talking online and think Daddy Freeze is not getting paid. That's some motivational speakers get paid for you to listen to them motivate. That's their work. That's their hustle. That's their craft. Some of you, I was talking to a friend of mine who, I want to remember who it was. It was this weekend. One of my friends, a pilot, he said he was discussing with Taste Buds. He owns a lounge. Taste Buds owns a catering outfit. And someone said inflation kills savings. 100%, but just still save. If you get into trouble, that money is there. It might not have the value it had 1 year ago. Then you can also hedge your money in a currency that is more stable. When I say save, I don't mean only save in one currency. As today, if you get 1 million naira where you want save, if you put some as dollars, put some as pounds, put some as USDT, spread it out, keep it. When I'm saying save, not everyone is business savvy. Listen, he says, do you know what is killing Nigeria today? Everybody wants to own a business. Everybody wants, pop my money guns if you're watching on TikTok. Double click the screen. Double click the screen. Follow my number one gifter if you're watching on TikTok. Follow my number one gifter. Someone said there's something called prudence and priority. Poverty mindset is what determines your prudence and your priority. Poverty mindset is what determines what you consider prudence and priority. It is guided by poverty mindset. What you consider prudence and priority is guided by poverty mentality. I will tell you I've told you the story of the work I did to buy this house. And I will tell it to you again very quickly. As of 2012, I did not own a house. I did not own land. And I had 2 brand new cars. I bought my Camry brand new in 2009 and my ex's Honda City brand new. My ex had land that she was buying from her salary. I did not have a single land. And I don't feel like I needed it. I'm telling you for free. I did not feel like I needed it. People try to rationalize that, I should go and get land. Where I could afford to get land was Ikorodu, and I was not going to live in Ikorodu or start building a property in Ikorodu just so that it would be like I have land and I have property. No, I wasn't going to do that. So in 2012, I talked to a friend of mine, and that's how powerful your mind is. When I tell people how powerful, I just told him, I said, he was selling cars, and I said, I wanted a Range. That time Range, they rain, and the used ones were just getting on the market. They were becoming a bit affordable. You could get a 29, that's a 2009, in 2012 for about 8 million. They were becoming a bit affordable back then. 8 million was a lot of money. That time, 8 million was about $40,000 or $30,000. About almost 30 something thousand dollars. So you could get a used one, for about 8 million. So I called one of my guys. He brought one to my house, dark green. I liked it. I didn't have, maybe my bank I had 1 million then. So I told the guy, I said, I want to buy this car. Oh, if you get, he said, yeah, you look out for me. So he went away. You will not believe it. Like 6 months down the line, he just called me, was burning my phone desperately. Brr, 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 What's going on? He said, I'm outside your house. I have this range. I want to sell it now, 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 now. If you have money, come and buy. I went outside. I saw the car. The car was super clean. I was like, wow. He said, how much? He said 7 million. First of all, the first offer was already better than the. I said, nah lie, I no get past 6.5 or na 6.5. We shall went back and forth. I did not have 6.5. I had maybe 3.5 in my whole life. The guy said, okay, give me a deposit. Now so they carry the car, come my house. Park him inside my compound. We are no expect. We drive, go bank together, I give him 3.5. Everything I had in my life, I carry give him. And I need another 3 million. I come begin, they call everybody where I know. If you raise me money, call this person. Borrow 500k, call. I shall borrow from people that I'm credit worthy with. The money shall complete. So the car in my house, I don't pay. The car finish. I can't owe everybody money. I said, don't they look my life? I now started working, gradually paying off the people that were not too close to me, that I could not owe money for a long time. I quickly paid them off. Can't remain the major people where they feel leave me the money 6 months. I say, okay, so make I leave those ones. I now went to my office that day. And it was in the evening, it was about 9 o'clock. And a colleague made a statement. Someone say EFCC is the final guy. No, the guy, they relocate and he was selling his property. No, some people in Nigeria just tired them. So I went to my office that day. It was around 9 o'clock. And now saw one of my colleagues. The person was not on air in another one of the departments, waiting for her husband. That time, now I don't get 3 moto. I had my Camry, my ex. In fact, I had 4 cars. We had a Primera that we used to do market runs. I had my Camry. My ex had her City. And I just buy range where I borrow money to buy. So I come sit down with the person. I say, why are you waiting for your husband at this time? I say, the husband is closing work late. I say, why don't you get a car? She now said something that made me feel very, very bad. She said, my husband and I have agreed that we will never have 2 cars in a rented house. I sit down like this. I say 2 cars in a rented house? Like rented house is not stress enough. So you want to be sharing car and you are closing at, just so that you can build your own house, you are closing work at 9 o'clock when your work closes at 5:30. But then I looked at my own life. I don't even get rented house. I was staying inside office house. I now started feeling bad with myself. I said, am I not stupid? I have 4 cars. I don't even have a rented house. I'm like, no, I'm not okay. I now started feeling bad. Then I had to go to America. As life will have it, there were some people who were trying to get me to do some work for them. And they kept calling me. So I can't go America. Inside money where I no get, I still go Yankee, go flex. So I did Yankee, that they call me, they call me, they burn my phone, say, Daddy Freeze, come back, we need you for this, that. I can't they post them, I tell them, say, no vex, I did Yankee. So like a week later, when they now said, look, if you don't come back, we'll look for somebody else. So I can't start, okay, you know what, just give me 3 days, let me rearrange my ticket, I'm going to start coming back. So I came back to Nigeria. Fresh boy, fresh from Yankee. Drenched in Tom Ford. You understand? I now went for a meeting in their office with my Range Rover. I was looking like mint. I was looking like that time I still young, so I still fresh, no gray beer. Everything was just, I said I was just fresh. I marinated in Yankee weather. Someone say you go Yankee on top BC. I go on top the BC. Baba, I just went to the office, had a meet. As in, when I drove into their office, guess what? The CEO of that company was driving my kind of range. So I drove in, they thought it was their Oga, so they opened the gate for me, just motion me to go and park in their Oga space. So I just they park, I did on the phone, they talk, the real Oga can't come. So as he came behind me, they now wanted to come and walk. Say, they don't sit it, they don't enter trouble because nobody parks in their Oga space. But it was exactly my car, exactly my color. I think his own had black interior, my own had cream interior. So the guy said, the one that say, who park for my space? Now I come down, now I say, yay, no, you are the daddy phrase we've been waiting for. I say, oh, I'm so sorry, brother. Now so the conversation went. I say, please, who is even fixing your car for you? I say, a Range Rover doctor. So I gave him Range Rover doctors and we went inside for the meeting. Baba, everything I talked for that meeting, they write notes, they nod head. As in, they trip for fresh boy. And then I was holding my BlackBerry Porsche. I had a Virtu phone, so I just put them for table. They talk. Everything I talk, they just write notes. Approved. I can't even believe them. I can't look and say, Moton Konlani, did I leak medicine? Come and say I leak medicine, they follow them talk. Anything I tell them, they say, how much am I going to charge? I give them a bill, they wrote it down. They did not even price it. As in, I never seen that kind of thing before. Then the agency people will carry me go, can't believe it. Because see, I just they watch these people, they go. Those one can say, no, the clients don't agree. Now so agency say, no, you cannot do it like this. If you do it like this, me where I sabi talk. I just look the agency. I say, please, when did you become a microfinance bank? I said with a smile. I said, when did you become a microfinance bank? They say, what do you mean? The client has an investment budget, has an advertisement budget. They want to advertise, you are helping them save money. Don't you think you should be telling your client that, look, we are going to help you get the best possible value for your advertisement budget instead of you telling them to save money? The client can't enter again. I just they do like say I be Yahoo. I just they enter them. The client say, yeah, that's true. Yeah. I said, come, do you realize that if the client does not finish the advertisement budget for a year, do you know that they can get into trouble? They have to, the money is there, they have to advertise. Why are you helping them save it? Helping them save so that I can go and buy a plot of land? Helping them save it? Are they a microfinance? Are you now a microfinance bank? Or more, if you see the way the CEO just look the agency people just quiet. I just they lambert them. But you know what? I delivered to them in a way nobody else has ever delivered. So I made what I was charging them justifiable. The first check where they give me, my own first cut from that business, that work, I first go drink beer for one place near that they call the place Man U. I go collect like 3 ishewu, 7 beer, just they drink the beer, they happy. 9, one person say that the free, say say you never get house for your life. I can't think say that true. You understand? So I want Congo. When you drink beer, you go peace. I want Congo peace. So where I stand, say I want peace. I just light just shine on one paper. Now I just bend down, look the paper. The paper they don't match and people don't match and they go match and they come. Say buy your house. I just pick the paper. Inside where the paper, I just could make out a phone number, Blessing. I know if I ever forget the person name. The girl name now Blessing, her number. Now I save her for my phone. I finished drinking my beer, went home, slept, woke up. As I woke up like this, I just called Blessing. I say, Blessing, they say people they sell house. Let's say, yeah, come and look at what. So they took me to Ajah, showed me one of their units. I liked it. I said, come, what's the down payment? They gave me the payment plan. I just carry the whole money where I don't collect, just give them, say, yeah, who first? Now, so I take get this house. So I put it to you today that if I wasn't smelling like mint in Tom Ford, if I wasn't fresh from Yankee, if I wasn't driving the same car as their CEO, I would not have this house today. I will tell you for free. 100%. Let me now tell you something. When I went to buy the range, I now go home. Somebody now sat me down. I said, the range is a very good deal. So I just got it for 6.5 million. Something where they say 8 million. I felt very sharp. The person now tell me, say, do you know with 6.5 million, you can actually buy a nice plot of land in Ikorodu and start the Imowe and start developing. Will I be Imowe now? So imagine I was building house in Mowe. One of the reasons why I could afford to travel was because I was not spending much money on transport. I was living in company house inside the company. Imagine I was living in Mowe. I want to say I want to live inside my own house way big. I will not have Range Rover. So I'll be driving, my car will be rickety because you pass plenty, you go pass some. Do you know from where I live now? If I did drive go Ikoyi, you know, go see speck of dust for my tire. Because na Lekki Road. Do you know how low my car is? Is this low? And I go drive her from here, go Ikoyi, come back. One person say, this your car, you cannot bring it to Mushin. I ask the person, say, I dey go Mushin. Wait till they carry me go Mushin. Any day I want go Mushin, I carry Uber. Moeba, for God bless you. The person made it right. It made sense to the person. It didn't make sense to me. Why do I have to go and live? So imagine say I dey stay Mowe, I can't wear Rolex. First of all, I don't go if you wear Rolex because they go bust your house one, they give you better slap. You go carry the Rolex, give them. Nobody go teach you. So guess what? That my colleague that was not having 2 cars and living in, finally they don't jackpa go Canada now the jackpa finally. So it's not like they were balling or anything. It's just that mentality. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong in these things, but some things will just not resonate with your spirit. And your mind cannot bend to achieve, to understand it. Leave it. Leave it. There are people who are my friends today, people like Pastor Toby. Baba, when I flex, I send PT. PT the trips, I love this. Baba, as in the trip for my kind flex. See, how do you do this? In the cruise arm. And the flex, oh, hey. The first time I met my livelihood in my life was in 2017 or 2016 with a chart. I just tell her, say, I won't buy diamond watch. He come in, show me all in watches. I look all of them. She buy no in my hand. I tell her, say, I'm coming to patronize you. And I kept that conversation going until I was ready to patronize him. But guess what? I became a my livelihood customer this year. In reality. But I've been a my livelihood customer for 5 years. Because when you call somebody and price their stuff, even if you can't afford it yet, you get into a conversation, especially when, of course, I did not call the day I went to see my livelihood, I was wearing my own Rolex too. So it's not like I did not have Rolex. I had gold Rolex. But the Rolex not just get diamond. And it works like magic. And that's the same mindset I want you to apply to your mind. If you think that your children are not going to take care of you, are going to take care of yourself, Baba, your mind will start creating pathways towards it. Your mind, much of what you think is spirituality is actually your mind. A lot of people tell you God does not exist. Oh, I believe in God. But I don't believe in the way Nigerians believe in God. Because God has given me my mind. My mind is so powerful. If I can think it, it can happen. And my mind will start drawing, my mind will start making micro calculations here and there, micro adjustments here and there to accommodate what you want. I have seen it happen in my life over and over again. So when it comes to poverty mentality and prudence, was I prudent buying that Range Rover? History says yes. Back in 2012, when I had no money and I had to borrow money to buy that Range Rover, it did not seem prudent. But when doors of possibility were opened for me, because I appeared, let me tell you, you are dressed as you want to be addressed. And when they say dress, it does not mean your cloth only. When people say dress as you want to be addressed, think it's by wearing suit. No. Sometimes you wear short knicker, you wear face cap, you wear t-shirt, and you wear $50,000 on your hand. You're still dressed as you want to be addressed. Sometimes you don't even wear anything on your hand. You just pull up in an S-Class, come out in your shorts and slippers, dress how you want. That kind of part of your dressing. That car na part of your dressing. That watch na part of your dressing. That hotel where you go stay na still part of your dressing. That business class where you dey fly na still part of your dressing. So you need, so when somebody is saying prudence and savings, I carried my whole savings to go and buy Range. It was not prudent then, but looking back today, it was the most prudent decision I made. Oh yes, I can be very prudent too. I can be very prudent too. But I know the difference between being prudent and being an ambassador of poverty mentality. Someone says you were lucky though. I don't call it luck. I don't call it luck. It is a system. One of the reasons why Pastor Toby and I became very close is Pastor Toby likes flex and I like flex. Pastor Toby will call me, say, he won't buy new motor. He will tell me the cars that he has. I will tell him, don't buy this one, buy this one. This one is better like this. Wait, this one, instead of getting this one, why don't you wait till summer? There's a newer one coming. Book for it now so you can get it for summer. One day we're in the UK. That time he had his McLaren. So one of his one of the members of his church was driving the McLaren, and they were in front of us. So they passed over a bump. We just heard, it just scratched the bump. We got there. I said, why didn't you use the nose lift? The lady said nose lift. I now got inside the car, started looking for it. I said, I know this car has nose lift. We just finally found it. When you just tap the lever, like the nose will just go up. I said, wow, oh yeah, wow. Huh? So this car has nose lift? I said, yeah, you didn't need to scrape it. Baba, these are conversations you cannot have unless you have decided to be part of a certain lifestyle. Someone said, I said you were lucky though because some other people tried it and that was the mistake that brought them down. I'm of the opinion to start a business first, then use the profit to get whatever you want. Sometimes you don't need to start a business. That's the mistake you're all making. Sometimes you're the business. Sell you. That's a life lesson I'm going to give you. You don't need to start a business. Be a business. Sometimes the investment you need to make is in you. Make the investment in you. You are the business. I've never invested, I've never started any business before. Let me tell you the truth. I tried it once or twice. I failed woefully. I don't know how to sell anything. I look at Tastebox. Tastebox is a business genius. Genius. As I'm talking to you, she's awake, packaging her courses, packaging her classes, dealing with people across different time zones. Me, I cannot buy Tom Tom and resell it. I will fail. But you see this Daddy Freeze here. As you are seeing me, this cap is business. I'm like a Formula One car everywhere in advertisement. Buy direct from USA.com. Anything you want to buy from the USA, go and buy it now. Buy direct from USA.com. I'm paid to wear this cap. Buy direct from USA.com. By the way, the guy who owns it is my friend. I've been friends with him for 16 years. So he's somebody that I have shopped with personally for 16 years. Buy direct from USA.com. Write it down, check them out. Buy direct from USA.com. Someone says it differs from individual. Find something in you that you can sell. You've got a skill, you've got a talent, you've got an ideology, you've got an idea, you've got a knowledge. Sell it. Sell you. It's one business that can never fail because the raw material is endless. It is you. As long as you eat breakfast, the business has not died. Sell you. You. Sell you. I'm not big on start a business. Let me tell you, business is like music. You will have voice. One album you will not sell. Then some people come and sound like sell out. That's so business be like music. There's no formula. Some of you have been through pain in your childhood. Richard Yankong, thank you very much. Some of you have been through pain in your childhood. Sell the pain. Find a way to sell it. Create a business around your pain. Some of you have experiences. Some of you can speak 4 languages. Sell it. Think of something. Come up with it. It is you. I know somebody that can speak Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba, and Efik. And he's telling me he has no talent. I'm like, no, you have no vision. You have provision, but no vision. You've been provided with the ability to speak 4 languages, but you have no vision. Provision is not, when you lack provision, it's not the problem. It's when you lack vision. Many of you already have you've been provided with this, didn't you? You are tall. Sell it. You are beautiful. Sell it. Clothes look good on you. Sell it. You are witty. Sell it. You know how to dance. Sell it. You know how to teach. Sell it. The problem is it's going to take you a while. There's what you call the oven period. There's no magic oven in this world that will bake a cake in 30 seconds. The cake has to be marinated, has to be in the oven. And let me tell you something. When you're cooking fish, there's no rush. The hotter the flames, the less likely the fish will come out right. So if you want to cook fish, slow heat to make it tender and make the juices enter. Somebody say, go. No, when I say sell your beauty, does not mean you should do a show. You can model, you can wear clothes on IG. You can do anything that does not involve Olosho. No sell body parts, oh. No do Yahoo. You'll be amazed at the opportunities. You've been provided with something. All you need is the vision to connect your provision with your clients. You just need to have that vision. Sell you means look inward and not look for fast routes. That's why I said cooking fish I'm going to preach it as a sermon. Cook fish, it takes a while. The slow heat is what makes the fish juicy and tender. If you rush it, it will be hard and tasteless. So that's my message for you guys today. God bless you all. I love you guys abundantly. See you all very soon. Hope you enjoyed the message. I can continue, but let me go and rest a bit. God bless you guys.